you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, and the best is blessed, baby.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. Keep it clean. Touch gloves if you wish. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time!
Yo, what's good?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Not much. Happy Friday.
TGIF.
You know it. What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. This is another episode of the MMA Brothers presented by Straight Talk. You know what I'm saying? We are here to break down UFC 315. Muhammad versus Della Maddalena. What's your expectations for this card?
Even though it doesn't have the name value, I'm looking for like a 7 out of 10. So I'm looking for it to be a pretty okay card, but we'll get more into it. I got a big worry about it though.
Yeah, the main and the co-main, I don't think they're going to be as exciting. It's not going to be no slugfest or nothing. I'm looking forward to the co-main being like a technical masterpiece, I guess you could put it that way. But I guess we'll just get right into it.
Yeah, the problem is if in each fight, if one particular fighter does their game plan, they're going to make it a quote-unquote boring fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I also feel like we'll get a lot of answers as far as to like how the future of certain divisions will play out based on the results of some of these matchups.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it. Kicking off the card, early prelims. This is taking place in Canada, by the way. We have Superman Brad Katona versus Bekzat. I can't even see that. Bekzat Almakan.
For this one, I'm more familiar with Brad Katona, and I know he's tough. And I feel like he's evolved from just becoming a regular wrestler So having not the greatest hands, but decent hands, commendable hands. So I'm taking Brad Katona here, probably in the decision.
Yeah, he's the more well-rounded fighter. I feel like people are kind of hot on Bekzat just because of his fight with Umar Nurmagomedov. In his debut, he fought Umar, and he caught him and rocked him. But after that, Umar turned into the wrestler that he is and pretty much grinded out a decision. That being said, I'm going with Brad Katona just because I feel like he's the well-rounded fighter, the more well-rounded fighter. It'll be a kind of close fight, but I'm going with Brad Katona, especially since he's the underdog. I will put my money where my mouth is on that one.
I'm kind of surprised he's the underdog.
Yeah, me too. But like I say, I feel like sometimes people get real high on people off of one debut performance, and you know what I'm saying? They overshoot it. Yeah. Next up, we have Daniel Santos coming out of Shooter Box, taking his fight on 2-week notice versus Jung Young Lee. In this fight, this is a fight I would not bet on. I feel like Daniel Santos is the better fighter, but Jung Young Lee, he won't get tired. I feel like Shooter Box fighters, they usually come in guns blazing. Jung Young Lee he can wrestle. I feel like that's his best path to victory. I feel like Daniel Santos will accept being on the bottom because he got too much faith in his guard, and I feel like that can be to his detriment. So, I mean, honestly, I'll just pick whoever you don't pick. To be honest with you, because
I got Lee because Santos coming in on short notice, and I just feel like Lee has got more preparation. So I'm going with Lee.
All right, then I'll go with Santos, just to make it interesting.
All right,
You penciled it in.
got it.
Next up, we got the Power Bar, Marc-Andre Barriault versus Bruno Silva. This is another fight that could go either way because when Barriault loses, he gets knocked out. He's been knocked out his last 2 fights. When Bruno Silva wins, he wins by knockout. But Bruno Silva is shot. I feel like he retired and came back. I think he on a 5-fight losing streak. And I'm gonna have to go with Barriault here just because I feel like he actually gives a shit about his career, whereas I feel like Bruno Silva is kind of like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and the chin is definitely gone. I think if Barriault get hurt, he'll probably try to fight through it. Well, he definitely will try to fight through it. Definitely a pressure come forward fighter, but I was kind of interested to see how we gonna bounce back off of being knocked out twice. Although I do believe it was against better competition, Bruno Silva is just shot. I feel like, I honestly don't think he should be fighting, if my personal opinion. But I'm gonna go Andre Barriault.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one, Bruno Silva.
If you bet this fight, my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, but if you bet this fight, I would just bet it to not go the distance.
After Bruno Silva's last loss, he made a post saying he just don't got it no more mentally. So when the fighter posts something like that, I can't pick them in their next fight. So with that simple logic, I got Marc-Andre Barriault too. Plus, he coming off two straight losses too, so he need this.
All right, so that'll be 2 for the Canadians that we got so far. Next up, light heavyweight division, we got New Zealand's own Navajo Sterling. One of the coolest names in the light heavyweight division.
Yeah, I love that name.
Ivan Erslan. I'm picking Navajo in this one. Navajo in his last fight was a minus 1,000 favorite. He did get taken down and held down. He gassed out. He did not perform like a minus 1,000 favorite. However, he does have the kickboxing background, and I feel like he's going up against another striker, so he should be able to pull this one off. But there will come a time when he starts fighting stiffer competition, that is he's probably going to be a decent sized favorite, and it'll be smart to fade him. I'll let y'all know when that time comes. But for now, I'm going to ride that train.
I want to kind of throw out the first performance because I feel like it was octagon jitters. He is supposed to be a decent prospect. If I'm not mistaken, don't you train with your boy Adesanya?
Yeah, he from City Kickboxing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, Lord knows, light heavyweight can use some prospects. They need them bad.
Yeah, I got Navajo with I'm gonna go with a knockout.
It's crazy. It seemed like I'm gonna save that to the end. Never mind.
All right.
Next up, we got Lithuania's own Modestas Bukauskas versus the Hulk, Iwan Kutalaba. This fight is also a pick'em fight. Iwan Kutalaba is really reckless. He started off as a grappler, so he does have grappling in his gas tank, but he'd rather go guns blazing, balls to the walls, and try to get knockouts. Thing is, he don't really have the chin to fight that way.
Nope.
Modestas Bukauskas does have knockout power. This fight will not go the distance, but I don't know, man. I can see Iwan Kutalaba if he takes the wrestling route and he doesn't get the finish, then I can see him definitely fading in the later rounds. I don't think he got the gas tank to keep it wrestling. He will just stand and trade, throwing the defense out the window. This is another pick'em fight, so I'm literally gonna pick whoever you don't pick. I will not bet on this fight as far as the winner, but I would bet on it to not go the distance.
Yeah, I'm going with Ian in this fight. I'm looking for a knockout here. I feel like he due for one. You know, it's been a little while.
You going with Iwan?
Huh?
You going with Iwan?
Yeah. Yeah, he has turned it back a little bit. He's not as wild and reckless. And I feel like he can implement his grappling too. But I'm going for Iwan, maybe second round knockout here.
All right, put me down for Modestas.
All right.
Next up, and one of the first fights that really actually matters for a division, we got ranked number 7, former UFC champion Jessica Batistuta Andrade, and she's going up against Jasmine Jazz the Vicious. I've been going back and forth with this fight. Jessica Andrade is almost like the Vanderlei Silva of the female divisions. She's fought in all 3 weight classes, got finishes in all 3 weight classes. She is reckless, never really has a game plan, just comes in, throwing bombs, winging hooks and uppercuts and overhands. She has vicious slams, had power at 135, so at 125 she definitely has power. Became champion by dumping Rose Namajunas on her head. Jasmine Jazz the Vicious, however, does have a wrestling background. And she is good at taking girls down and holding them there, doing some ground and pound too. She don't just lay and pray. However, she does like to get in a fist fight, so she'll start off every fight throwing the hands, but she's not that seasoned of a striker. She's just tough, and she'll get a takedown. If Jessica Andrade could stop the takedowns, then I can see her pulling off a W here. I don't know. Jazz the Vicious has 2 losses. They're both to, well, one is to Tracy Cortez in the decision. That was a good fight. The other one is to Natalia Silva, who's also on this card. All week I've been going Jasmine Jazz the Vicious. She's one of those that every time I bet against her, she wins. She's on what, like a 4-fight winning streak? She won 4 out of 5 or something like that. I don't know, man.
All right, I'll go.
I'm gonna let you go. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go and let me see what you got.
This isn't easy, but it is simple for me. Jazz the Vicious, she's gonna use her jabs and everything to get on the inside, try to get the clinch. Andrade, she got to stay away from the cage because if she got caught up against the cage with the clinch, I feel like it'd be game over for her. Jazz the Vicious, she got to win this one if she's looking to climb the ranks, which I think that she will. I don't see her as being a future champion, or maybe not even a title challenger, but I could definitely see her getting like in that top 5, kind of like all like Hakiesa was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know. But I feel like she's gonna be able to get past Andrade in this one though. Hopefully Andrade got her head together, because I know right before the last fight, she was going through financial issues with her manager and everything. So, or financial drama, I should say. But I got Jasmine in this fight.
Yeah, and I feel like if she is going to ascend the ranking, the time is not a strike, because she like 36, 37. No, she got into the game late. Jessica Andrade is a lot younger than you would think. I think she's probably in her early 30s, like 32, 33.
Yeah, but like most Brazilians, when she started, she probably went pro at like 16, 18, something like that.
You know? So she got a lot of fight miles. Only thing that worried me about what you said, as far as her using the clinch and taking her down, is Andrade walks you down with her hands down already, and she's the shorter fighter. So I think it's going to be kind of hard for Jazz the Vicious to get up under her arms in order to get a body lock or shoot for a double leg. And if she gets sprawled out and she has Andrade on top of her, that's not a place you want to be. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is definitely, I'm not going to say her, I feel like it's like her highest profile fight, but I'm going to go ahead and go.
She wasn't ranked before in her other 2 losses, so.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to go with Jazz the Vicious as well. But I wouldn't be surprised if Andrade pull it off. If I had to bet this fight, I would bet the over 2.5. Or Jazz the Vicious over 1.5 takedowns.
If Andrade wins, her best path is to probably knock her out, get it out of there early.
Yeah.
Or she could just beat him up for all 3 rounds like she did the girl from Alaska.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Can't think of her name. No, this is definitely going to be a dogfight.
Or how she did Mackenzie Dern, for that matter.
Next up, we got another Canadian on the card. This is Jazz the Vicious' training partner, Mike Malott. And he is going up against Chuck Buffalo, Charles Radke. Every time they fight on the same card together, they both win, except for the last time. So they like 2-1. If you usually parlay them 2 together on the same card in Canada, then you usually come out winning. But Mike Malott showed in his fight against Neil Magny that he has some quit in him. And when a fighter has quit in him, it's almost impossible for me to want to pick them to win a fight. He was winning 2.5 rounds of that fight and then just gassed out, got taken down. If he would have got finished, it would have been understandable. But he did get finished, but it's not because he got knocked out. He gave up in there. And Charles Radke don't got no quit in him. I do feel like Mike Malott is the better fighter technique-wise. But I feel like Chuck Buffalo is a dog. He don't got no quit in him, and I can see him getting the TKO in this one.
So who you got?
Mike Malott last fight, he looked like he was kind of gunshot too.
Yeah.
I'm going Chuck Buffalo.
I was hoping he would be a bigger underdog, so I can cash in on him. But my boy Chuck Buffalo, one of the greatest MMA names out there right now. Nicknames. He in my top 10 favorite fighters. So I'm definitely picking with my heart with this one. I'm going Chuck Buffalo. And I'm actually going with a finish here. I'm going. I feel like Mike Malott, he might win the first round. I feel like Chuck Buffalo, he got that dog in him. I feel like MMA isn't just about your skills and techniques. A lot of it got to do with your mindset too. So I feel like Radke, because he got that dog in him, he's gonna be able to withstand the early onslaught, withstand the crowd. He's a great heel too. You know what I mean? So I feel like he's gonna be highly motivated, and he's gonna get him out of there in the second and third round. Now I would say late third round.
My thing is though, what is his path to victory in your opinion? Like, we picking him to win, but if I had to explain to you if you had to explain to me how he was gonna get that TKO, what would you say?
Mike Malott gonna get tired because he's gonna drop him maybe in the first, and maybe get him up against the cage and start unloading on him. He gonna wear himself out, and he gonna expect to get the finish. But when you see his opponent, like not get finished, it's like, damn, what do I do now? Like, he's good at being a hammer, but he ain't good at being a nail.
Right. I concur. I think if Mike Malott have early success, he could build confidence. But I think even with the early success, if Charles Racky just make him feel the power, I feel like that'll be enough to get in his head and make him timid, and it might slow down his output. His last fight, he fought from way at distance and just came in every now and then with some kicks that he was winging and missing, and he pretty much won a boring decision. Next up, main card opener. We have ranked number 13 in the lightweight division. The God of War, Benoit Saint Denis, versus Kyle Prepolek. And this one is simple. Prepolek taking the fight on 4 days' notice. The original opponent, Joel Alvarez, pulled out. That was going to be a banger of a fight. That was one of the fights I was looking forward to the most.
Hey, bro, do you know why he pulled out or no?
Nah.
No, me neither.
So this is pretty simple. I think nobody beats Benoit Saint Denis on 3 days' notice. Benoit Saint Denis is a straight killer. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. Got finished in both fights. One was a doctor stoppage. The other one was him being knocked out by Poirier. I think Trevor actually won some money on that one too. He bet second round knockout. So yeah, but I think Saint Denis gonna win this one and get back on the winning track.
Yeah, I got nothing more to add to that. Saint Denis finna win. 2 days notice. He hungry. He need this one. 2 straight finishes. He not trying to lose that ranking.
All right. So next up, another fight that I'm really looking forward to. We have former champion Alexa Grasso versus future champion Natalia Silva. And Alexa Grasso, really good boxing, underrated ground game. Since coming up from strawweight, she's won every fight except for the draw that she had. She's fought the same person for the last 3 years. Her first time facing a new opponent. In that span of time, since then, she's won the belt, defended it again in the rematch, and it was a draw, which I feel like she lost. That was a judge's error. And then she, the third fight, she got dominated. Natalia Silva, I feel like, is going to win this fight for the simple fact that she is very hard to find in there. Her footwork is like top notch. Like nobody else really. Like, she's one of those fighters you can watch her silhouette and know that it's her. By the way, she fakes the kicks. She got real loose hips, that taekwondo style. She's good at fighting in distance, closing it real fast. Almost like a mix of Wonder Boy, but with her own little style to it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She got power in her hands. Very underrated ground game as well. She's kind of strong, fast, and just extremely light on her feet. She pieced up Jessica Andrade. She pieced up KGB, Andrea Lee.
Yep.
And I feel like it's just only up from there. The footwork is just amazing. Super quick, super fast. Kicks come out of nowhere. And I just see her running away with this fight. Alexa Grasso, her best chance is to try to make it ugly, make it dirty, put her up against the cage, and just make it like a dirty, ugly fight.
This one is hard for me.
Chris said I'm repping this match, so I win.
Chris said what?
I'm repping this match, so I win.
Yeah, I bet he would love to. Grasso, I'm not the biggest fan for obvious reasons. My biasness with the Shevchenko fights, but I do respect her a lot, and I do feel like she is definitely, top 3, 4 best flyweights in the world. This is a big test for Silva. I feel like you're very confident she's gonna pass this test with flying colors, huh?
Yeah, I am. I honestly see her, like I say, future champ.
All right. I'm gonna go with Grosso here. I don't think she's gonna get the finish. I think it's gonna be a decision. It's gonna be a tough fight, but I feel like she's gonna show a lot of that grit. She just looked a little. I don't want to take nothing away from Shevchenko because I feel like she definitely did her thing in that last fight. But Grosso, she just looked a little off last fight, and I'm picking her to rebound and bounce back with a dub in this one.
Chris say Silva is the future champ. Dean say I'm going with Grosso too, but if Silva wins, it's not going to be with flying colors, bro. Chris say bingo, hit on the head. So hey, I bet you don't want to bet me, bro.
No, I ain't confident in this one.
Oh, okay. I think Grosso might win one round.
This is an interesting fight. Right?
We have the ageless wonder, the king of Rio, Jose Aldo, versus Ariel Helwani. I mean, Ayman Zahabi.
Yo, hell no.
Here we go again with Canada. I've been going back and forth with this fight. My whole I've been going back and forth, playing it out in my head, and Ayman Zahabi could make it a boring ass Mario Bautista versus Jose Aldo fight, but I like Aldo to win here just because. I mean, yeah, he's older, but I feel like the striking he looked just as fast, just as crisp. May have a little less power, but Ayman Zahabi's a pretty well-rounded fighter, but I know he won't be able to take Jose Aldo down. Marab couldn't take him down. So, I mean, I'm convinced that he pretty much can't be taken down. And I like Jose Aldo to cruise to a decision.
Oof. Now, this is an interesting fight.
It is.
I feel like there's a lot of backstory here that people don't really recognize. Zahabi, his brother, Faraz Zahabi is the infamous or famous coach of Canada. Yeah, TriStar. Kenny Florian's last fight was against Jose Aldo, and the person that they used to, emulate Jose Aldo was Zahabi. You feel me? So I feel like Zahabi knows Aldo very well. He knows his movements. He knows his patterns. And Aldo ain't changed much, since his prime. Let's be honest. He's still talented, but he just do what he do. You feel me? He going to take takedowns. He going to use his speed. He got the hooks. He got great boxing, and he's going to use them like.
Shots is nasty, too.
Yeah. Zahabi going to make this a boring fight. It's not going to be a fun fight to watch. But he is going to use his jabs and stay at range, and I feel like he's going to use some kicks too, a lot of kicks. So I got Zahabi winning this one by decision.
Dean, I bet you don't want to get smacked up later. Dean, I thought Aldo was retiring after that last fight. He retired like 2 fights ago, came back, won, then lost.
This is his third fight back.
Yeah, pretty much. Next up, co-main event. We have the greatest women's flyweight of all time. In my personal opinion, the greatest female fighter of all time. Yeah, all you Amanda Nunes fans, come for me.
Ooh, that's a topic right there, bro.
That's a who?
That's a topic right there. We can discuss that another time.
Yeah, that's definitely a topic. We could discuss it tonight. God damn it. I mean, it is what it is. So, Valentina Shevchenko, the Bullet, defending her title against Manon Fiorot. Valentina Shevchenko defended her belt so many times that if she would have got one more ruby added to it, they would have had to get her a new belt. Because, every time you defend your belt as the UFC champion, they put a red ruby in it. They got 8 slots. She defended it 7 times. Then she slipped up against Grosso, which, by the way, Grosso, you say she's a former champ. I mean, she is a former champ, but I would say that it's not like she outclassed Shevchenko. You get what I'm saying?
No, she didn't.
Like, honestly, if those fights went, you can't take the win away from her. Like you can tell the way she executed that submission, she practiced it and she was looking for that. She saw a chink in the armor and she capitalized on it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I will say is they fought 3 times. It shouldn't be 1-1-1. It should be 2-1 Shevchenko.
Yeah, because Shevchenko beat her the second time.
And the 3rd time.
Yeah.
But that being said, Shevchenko is going up against the undefeated Manon Fiorot. Manon Fiorot has a very good chance of taking his belt off of Valentina. She has great takedown defense. She has tricky submissions, very underrated submissions. She's been on the rise. She destroyed Lauren Murphy, whose name we couldn't remember earlier when we were talking about Jessica Andrade. She destroyed Rose Namajunas. That fight was pretty one-sided. She beat the shit out of the prospect who they was trying to push to the title, Erin Blanchfield. But she stuffed all of Erin Blanchfield's takedowns. Blanchfield got 1 takedown, almost got caught in the choke. Manon Fiorot worked her way back up. What I will say, though, is Manon Fiorot is big, strong, fast, really good striker. The way she was able to piece up Erin Blanchfield, and Blanchfield couldn't get takedowns. When I was looking at all that and doing the math equations in my head, I was thinking to myself that Manon Fiorot is gonna win this fight. You get what I'm saying? That's just how I saw it playing out. But then as I thought about it even more, Blanchfield, even though she subs everyone, she has nowhere near the level of striking as Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah, that too.
And so Manon Fiorot knew that was her only path to victory. Shevchenko is an extremely well-rounded fighter. And so I feel like with her not just relying on the takedowns and actually striking with her, she may be able to get some takedowns. Now, what she does when she gets there is a whole different story. Manon Fiorot, I think, will be the stronger fighter. So with the takedown, she's going to have to use technique. But I just love everything about Valentina, man. I love the way she fights. I love the way she trains. She embodies the spirit of a true martial artist. You get what I'm saying? And she never stays in one spot. She travels the world training, learning new techniques. You can tell she's still adding to her game, but she's not like she has slowed down a bit. Like she's not the athlete that she was. And I think that's why she's become more wrestling heavy, more grappling heavy. Manon Fiorot is definitely a better striker, I feel like, than Grasso, because Grasso is primarily a boxer, whereas Manon Fiorot does it all, use all 8 weapons. So this is a really tough fight to pick. I feel like it's going to go all 5 rounds. Fiorot could get a finish via TKO, but I don't know, man. This one is a really, really hard one for me to pick. I've been on Manon Fiorot all week, bro. I even called you and told you, Valentina finna lose the belt.
Yeah.
But now I think I'm gonna switch it up and go Valentina.
Oh, here you go.
I can't help it, though. I can't help it. I don't know. I just I don't know, man. But that's what makes this fight so interesting, because I know it can go either way. I wouldn't be confident in picking either person. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just anxious to see what's gonna happen. Now, this fight is really big for the division, and it may ruin the UFC's plans, because if Valentina wins, they're gonna make the super fight with her versus Zhang Weili. But if Manon Fiorot wins, then she'll probably just fight the winner of Miranda Maverick versus Blanchfield.
No, if Manon
Fiorot even fight Natalia Silva.
If Manon Fiorot wins, Valentina finna get a rematch.
As she should.
Yeah, exactly. This fight is kind of straightforward for me, even though I do respect the challenge in Manon Fiorot. She is pretty good. I just feel like that championship pedigree, man. I got to go at Shevchenko.
You made her smile. You see that?
But yeah, I got to go with Shevchenko because she got a championship pedigree. She's been in these high-profile fights. You know what I'm saying? She got all the rubies on her belt. She's got that UFC experience to her. She showed hunger, and she showed like how hungry she was in that last fight. She wanted to get her belt back. I don't think she's just content with just getting the belt back. I think she wanted to defend that thing a couple of times. I think she wanted to defend this, then get a super fight. Manny Fiorot, she has like a very low, like she like low you like with that pace that she has, in my opinion. Manny Fiorot, like her pace.
Low you with what? With her face?
No, her pace.
Oh, her pace. I was going to say, what the hell are you talking about? Right, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
I mean, she ain't the prettiest to look at, but that's another story. Anyway, I think she is going to be bigger than Shevchenko. So I don't think Shevchenko will have an easy time just getting her to the ground. But I feel like
she won't.
Yeah, but I feel like if Fiorot do initiate the clinch, I can see Valentina, like doing like a judo flip or doing some kind of throw or doing something to get her down or like a leg sweep, something like that. And like you said, Shevchenko, she's more well-rounded, you know what I mean, in all areas. And as much as I do like Shevchenko, she definitely probably is my favorite female fighter. Amanda is the GOAT when it comes to female MMA.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I feel like we'll know in the first 5 minutes who's going to win this fight. Well, we'll know in the first 5 minutes if Fiorot has a chance. She could lose the first round and still come back, but like once we see the first grappling exchange, then I feel like we'll kind of have a pretty good idea how this fight gonna play out. And then once we see some exchanges in the pocket and how the striking lines up, because I feel like Manny Fiorot can definitely strike with Valentina. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she, I think she'll have the reach. I'm not 100% sure, but just my perception of them, just when I picture them in my head, I picture Manning being like pretty big for a flyweight.
Yeah.
Trevor said Nunes all day. Then he says Grasso submission win is my submission win with you, bitch. Yeah, I got big. I've been hitting the gym a little bit, trying to go like 4 times a week.
All right, so you got Shevchenko in this fight, right?
Yeah, I'm going Shevchenko. Even though my gut tells me to go Manning, but it's like I gotta go with the best fighter, the best female fighter of all time.
She's not the best female fighter of all time. Stop saying that.
Next up, main event.
Whoa. Don't just gloss over that. Hey, wait a minute. Amanda Nunes.
I'm trying to hurry up and get back to it.
Okay.
All right, so next up, we have another fight. Main event of the evening for the UFC Undisputed Welterweight Championship.
My brother's favorite fighter.
I gotta talk. We gotta have that debate about the Amanda Nunes Shevchenko thing. I want to talk to you about Bo Nickel, and I want to talk to you about John Jones too.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so but we got Bilal Muhammad. Remember the name.
My brother's favorite fighter.
Versus Jack Della Maddalena. My favorite fighter is Poirier. Y'all, you see what Chris said. I ain't gonna repeat it. He called me a penis. He probably talking to you. But so all right, Bilal Muhammad. What, 14 fights in a row? I always pick against him. He always win. Bilal is coming off of a gruesome infection where he had a staph infection in his toe, ended up putting him in the hospital, ended up having like a blood infection. Apparently he almost kicked the bucket. He was supposed to fight Shavkat Rakhmonov a while ago, but Ian Gary stepped in. Ian Gary lost to Shavkat. Shavkat injured himself in the process, so now they were supposed to make him fight Shavkat now. Shavkat pulls out. Jack Three Names steps in, and now we have a main event title fight. Jack Three Names undefeated in the UFC. Bilal Muhammad on a 14-fight win streak, 15-fight, something like that. It's his first title defense. And I'm going Bilal Muhammad with this one. Jack Della Maddalena, really good boxer. Bilal Muhammad, I can make a case for either guy winning this fight. Now, initially, when I just look at it and I say, okay, Bilal Muhammad gonna win this fight, he's gonna take Jack Della Maddalena down. He's gonna put the pressure on him, pressure him up against the cage with his boxing, then go for the double leg, put him on the ground, keep him there, bore the hell out of everybody for the remainder of the round. Rinse, wash, repeat. Rinse, wash, repeat. Rinse, wash, repeat. About 5 times, and then 25 minutes later, and still, you know. But he did that to Leon, who was a kickboxer, right?
Right.
Stay with me now.
I'm with you.
All right, so Jack Della Maddalena is a boxer, right? Heavy body shots. Leon Edwards, let's just face it, when you get him on his back enough times, he got that quit in him. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, he does.
Jack Three Names don't got no quit in him. Even though he broke Leon. Now, you want to, okay, the Basel Hafez. What about Basel Hafez? He took him down 30 times and Yeah, but Jack Della Maddalena cut weight twice in 2 weeks for that fight, and then he fought just a random opponent because his original opponent pulled out 1 week. Then they pushed him to the next week, and he fought Basel Hafez, who he knew nothing about. And yeah, he gassed out, but he cut weight twice in 2 weeks. See what happened when Tony Ferguson did that. You get what I'm saying? So if you take that into effect, then you look at the Gilbert Burns fight, when he knew that it was the 3rd round and he was down and he needed a finish, he was able to create that scramble and get the knockout. You get what I'm saying? So the fact that Bilal Muhammad poses no finishing threat whatsoever, and the fact that when Bilal Muhammad was fighting the breakable Leon Edwards, whom he broke, Bilal Muhammad still gassed out in that fight. And when he gassed out, Leon ended the fight on top of him, raining down thunderbolts from Thor. You feel me? With that being said, Jack, I don't think is going to gas out like that. Jack don't got that quit in him, you know? And then I heard Jack call for a 3rd round TKO, which means that, like, he know he's going to have to weather that storm. You get what I'm saying? So I can see a world that's not too far from this world where Jack Della Maddalena pulls off this upset. I just wanted to throw that out there, but I'm still picking Bilal.
Yeah, I hear everything you said.
One thing about this fight, my bad. One thing about this fight determines, just like the co-main event, this fight determines what happens for the future of the welterweight division and the lightweight division. Because if Bilal Muhammad wins this fight, then International Fight Week in July, you'll have Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria. If Bilal Muhammad loses this fight, then Ilia Topuria will fight Charles Oliveira at International Fight Week, and for the vacant lightweight belt, and Islam Makhachev will move up to fight Jack Della Maddalena.
You know it's not going to happen, bro.
What's not going to happen?
None of that's going to happen.
One of them got to happen.
No, listen, Islam, I don't think Islam don't want to fight Topuria. So I think Topuria probably going to fight Oliveira International Fight Week. And
Trust what I tell you. If Bilal wins this fight, we'll put it this way: at the post-fight press conference, they're going to announce the main event. He waiting on this fight. I'm telling you.
Okay, but let's say Jack does win this fight. What if he's not healthy enough to fight in July? It's not like that. You know,
no, I'm not saying in July. I'm saying if Jack wins this fight, his next fight will be against Islam, and Charles will fight in July versus Topuria.
Yeah,
Islam gonna move up.
Yeah. I think Bilal gonna make this a pretty convincing dub for this one. I got him winning probably. Jack may get 1 round in, you know, but I feel like Bilal gonna win the majority of the rounds. He's gonna make this a Bilal fight. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna make it a boring fight. He's gonna use his clinch work. He's gonna take him down. I don't see him getting a submission, but I just feel like, you know, Jack can train with Craig Jones and do all this and all that kind of stuff. He can have all the heart in the world, but Bilal's still going to take him down and use his clinch work up against the cage and everything like that, you know?
Was anybody convinced that submission was real?
No.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah, man, I don't like when
Oh
certain
my
podcasts
God! I just
or
heard
any.
my daughter from the other room call some boy cute, and it pissed me off.
Oh,
But go ahead.
listen. But yeah, man, I just feel like Bilal gonna do his thing on this one. Uh, I'm just ready for this to be over so I can see what happens next with the welterweight division because it's a lot. It's a
It's
lot
starting
going
to be a
on.
log jam.
Yeah.
If it was you, how would you play it out?
All right.
Oh
So
boy,
look.
so it begins. Man, it's crazy, Trev. Wait till she get in high school.
Oh man, I don't want to think about it. But so you got Kamaru Usman fighting Joaquin Buckley, right?
Uh-huh.
You got Shavkat Rakhmonov. He's to the side because
Right.
he has injury. So we're not factoring him in this. You got Ian Gary, and then you got Sean Brady.
Ian Gary is the backup fighter.
Yeah.
Meaning, so if one of these guys miss weight or anything happen where somebody got to pull out, Ian Gary stepping in.
You do it like this, man. Make it fair. Ian Gary versus Sean Brady, and the winner of Usman and Buckley get a title shot, and the winner of that of that fight Bilal, and then the winner of that fight the winner of Brady and Gary. And the reason I say that because I know Kamaru on a 3-fight losing streak. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest. He's a former champ, and him and Bilal got some serious beef.
and he I think he was Bilal's last loss. Did he beat Bilal already?
No, he never fought.
You sure?
No, I'm gonna look it up, but I'm pretty sure he never fought. Bilal lost to Vicente Luque and Jeff Neal.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Hey, but you know what's crazy though? All of that
What?
going on, and what if Shavkat heal up? Do he just step in? Because he's the deserving. I mean, technically, he should have already fought by the time Bilal
I
pulled out.
believe. Don't quote me on this, but it's an ACL, NCL, so that's
so
gonna take
about
about a year. Yeah, and he fought in October, right? I think it's something like that.
Mm-hmm.
November. I don't remember. Did you hear the rumors behind it? Did you know Kamaru got the podcast and Bilal was on there and he never showed the footage? Did you hear what happened or no?
Yeah, they got into an argument and he walked out.
Bilal said that they got into an argument and they got physical with each other, and that's why he don't want to show the tape.
We got physical. That sounds like one of those, like a Ken called the police on you because you bumped him. Like, he got physical with me.
Yeah, but here's the thing is they had the same manager.
Yeah, I know. Ali Abdullah Sleaze.
Yeah.
Hey, so
yeah, I got Bilal.
Yeah, all right, you got Bilal. I got Bilal. Overall, I expect this card on paper. This card is a C plus B minus in my opinion. Let's see what happens. But that's it for UFC 315 from Canada, Saturday night. Definitely tune in. But as Dean says, Bo Nickel is trash. I want to ask you, bro. How do you feel? Who the Bret Harder pay-per-views? Nah, man. Bret Hart is the best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. A+ wrestler, only wrestler to ever be in the Hall of Fame 3 times, 3 separate occasions. So, I mean,
hey, you know Bret Hart good because Trevor did a podcast about him, a whole podcast.
you know.
And,
But,
and in your 2 hours, you still left a lot of stuff on the table. So, you know what I'm saying?
As Stone Cold said from his mouth itself, my career couldn't have been what it was without Bret Hart. You feel me?
There you go.
But with that being said, what you think about this Bo Nickel thing, man? Like, it's crazy because I wanted to bet against him, but I completely forgot. Me and the missus went out last week. I was telling her, like, man, like we should put money on Renee the Ritter because I feel like he gonna do it. So what you think about Bo Nickel taking his first loss at what? What he's 7-1, not 6-1?
7-1. Before I get to Bo Nickel, I want to address the MMA community, man. These MMA fans, they're getting to be just as bad as the wrestling fans, man. Like, because the guy lost.
Y'all be ridiculous. Y'all ain't never happy.
Yeah, I know. I'm part of that too. But because the guy lost, that don't mean that, you know what I'm saying, like you should relish in that and this, that, the other. You know, like when I talk about these fighters, I'm talking about them as a fighter, not as a human being. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like I can set all that aside. And I just feel like people relished, bro. And were just like, oh, this is the first time he fought real competition and da-da-da-da-da. Like Paul Craig isn't real competition. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he may not be an elite level.
Like Val Woodburn, not real competition. Come on, man. He's not Val Woodburn.
Yeah, bro. But
Cody
it's like
real competition too.
Huh?
Cody Brundage is real competition.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, you when you're in the UFC, everybody is competition. You know what I'm saying? And just because the guy lost one fight, let's not just just shit on him and dig his grave and everything like that. I'm not the biggest Bo Nickel fan. I enjoy seeing him lose. But I'm not going to sit there and go on social media and become a keyboard warrior and just relish in it and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I did pick I picked Rainier to win, but I did it on a parlay, so that's where I messed up at. But I think that it's not
about them big underdogs. You don't parlay big underdogs. You feel me?
Yeah.
You don't parlay big underdogs. You take them by themselves because the odds is what, plus 500?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Bo will come back, but one thing I will say that was a bad sign was his body language. You know what I'm saying? And to Dean's point,
let me read those real quick. Dean said, Bo Nickel is trash, bro. He's trash. I've been saying Bo Nickel's trash for like 6 months now. Oh, since his last fight that he won. I got you. It's the way he lost. Bro, he bitched out. He gave up on the feet. Bo Nickel. Hey.
D, hold on, bro. You can't say he gave up on the feet. He didn't tap out.
You can't.
It was a damn body shot to the ribs. He ate 3 or 4 of them, you feel me? But to Dean's point, don't play devil's advocate. The first body shot, he did turn around, bro. And he kind of cowered away. I feel like he was going to start running over like Chelsea Chandler, you feel me?
No. Because the first body shot came in round 1, 2 minutes in.
What's about in the finishing sequence?
Okay, the finishing sequence. Okay.
Yeah. He got the body shot. He just, you see him, he kind of like went like this. And then he just kind of turned to the side, and
JT say, am I the only one who read Islam's tweet as him saying he's not going to fight Ilya even if Bilal wins? He said he might get real contender. I think he wants Ilya and Charles to fight first. Speaking of body shot, yeah, we need to do one. Dean say he should have been holding L. He should have been holding L too. That's his fault. If y'all that don't know, L2 is how you block low in the UFC 5 game. That's what Dean's talking about. He should have been holding L2.
Hey, but look, I feel like the problem is we're putting too much shine on Bo Nickel and not giving enough credit to Rene DeRinner. You feel me? Rene DeRinner is 20-2. He's a two-time division champ. Two division champ and one. You know what I'm saying? And one ain't no joke. You feel me? So, Rene DeRinner is the truth.
He middleweight champ, light heavyweight champ, and he even fought at heavyweight. But this is my 2 cents on the matter. That was Bo Nickel's 8th fight. I feel like it was his 7th fight, but
8.
That was his 8th fight. He was 3-0 when he came to the UFC. Now, 2 of those fights were on the Contender Series. So he's never really gonna he's not ready, but the thing is
he's not ready for the elite competition.
When you're in the UFC, and he's coming from a whole different sport of wrestling. When you're in the UFC and you beat someone, they give you somebody tougher. You beat that person, they give you somebody tougher. When he stopped Cody Brundage, they had no choice but to give him higher competition. So then they gave him your boy, who you just said his name. I can't think of his name right now. Paul Craig.
Craig, the better you.
Paul Craig defeated Jamal Hill. When he beat Paul Craig, they had to give him another step up. Rene DeRitter. I just feel like Rene DeRitter has 22 fights. That was Bo Nickel's 8th fight. He has 24 fights. That was Bo Nickel's 8th fight. Rene DeRitter has championship experience. Bo Nickel has a lot to learn, and he's learning on the job. Now, I can understand because he talks a lot of trash, so I can understand why people are reveling in his law.
Bro?
Everybody wanted him to get humbled, but keep in mind, a lot of the greats have taken early losses and come back to be champions. I still feel like Bo Nickel's ceiling is championship. You get what I'm saying? I'm not the hugest Bo Nickel fan as a fighter. I like him as a person, but look at it like this. Conor McGregor, he got stopped by Nate Diaz. Look at Amanda Nunes getting stopped by Kat Zingano. You get what I'm saying? Look at Henry Cejudo getting stopped by same body shot the knee by Demetrius Johnson. You get what I'm saying? Like, all them people came back to achieve championship status. So why can't Bo Nickel do the same?
Only thing I would say is take the McGregor out of it because that was later in his career. I think he was already established.
I got you. Look at Dustin Poirier getting finished by McGregor and then coming back and like being a championship level fighter. Look at Max Holloway losing his first fight to Dustin Poirier in the UFC and coming back to be one of the greatest UFC featherweights of all time. So I mean, early losses happen. You get what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what it is, in my opinion. Now your boy Patty is ready. Yeah, it's starting to look that way. Jones hasn't taken one of those losses. Yeah, everybody came cut from the same cloth as John Jones. But speaking of segues,
great segue, Trevor.
Look at him. He ain't even on the show and he creating the segue for me. Speaking of John Jones, while only having 2 heavyweight fights, is about to be the longest reigning heavyweight champion of all time.
Bro, this is so embarrassing, bro, as an MMA fan.
He told Dana White, he told all of us that he needed 30 mil to make this fight happen. He told all of us that he needed 6 months to train for Bo Nickel. 6 months to train for Tom Aspinall. How long ago was his last fight, bro?
December.
So what, he ain't been training? Because he talking about 6 months from the time the contract is signed. Dana White said, all right, here go your 30 mil. We'll give you 6 months to train. And what does he say next? I need Tom Aspinall to fight again so I can watch tape on him and give something to start. I don't really got that much tape on him because he finished all his fights too early. Now, with that being said, is John Jones a closet champion in your opinion? I know it's tough, bro. A closet champion. Is John Jones a closet champion? How was that on the promotion? They giving him everything he asking for.
Wait, you said a closet champion or fraudulent champion?
Closet champion. Now, there are some fights that don't get made that I would blame on the promotion, but from everything that I'm hearing, you can't put this one on the UFC. They're meeting all his demands. And how can you be an undisputed champion with an interim champion on the board? The two can't coexist. So you can't call him an undisputed champion. He's a disputed champion. Is he a closet disputed champion? Is my question to you.
I think. Let me just speak for Trevor. I think Trevor is saying that it's on a promotion that, a fighter shouldn't be able to refuse fights, strip him of the title. Then, that's what I was going to say. Trevor's saying that the promotion got to force his hand, basically. You feel me?
Hey, that's what Charles Sonnen said. He said, "It's your damn belt. Take it back." And then he always say, "Vince didn't screw Brett. Brett screwed Brett."
Yeah, bro. Basically, the promotion, bro. Like, it's the UFC fault. This Dana White fault. He created the monster. You feel me?
But you know the only reason why they don't, I think.
Why?
Because they want to. I feel like they know everybody want that fight, so they're trying to make it happen. And if John Jones don't have a belt, and like it's this, like if they strip him, that means Tom Aspinall could just move on. You get what I'm saying? And John Jones will fight anybody else if you want to fight.
Listen, I just feel like the worst thing that ever happened, bro, was that Stipe fight the last time. Once John Jones got injured and they got delayed a year, he should have been, as Tom Aspinall called it, Bidened out. You feel me? He should have been forced out of the fight, bro. And Aspinall should have got that fight. You know what I'm saying? Because Aspinall defended
if Aspinall would have got that fight, what would it have been for? The undisputed championship, or would he have been defending the interim championship?
It would have been undisputed because once he fought Sergey Pavlovich.
Okay, so then you saying they should have stripped John Jones because of injury?
Yeah, stripped him. Yeah.
All right, I disagree with that because they let Dominic Cruz sit out for 3 years before they made him vacate his belt. Now
he should have been stripped too.
I would take it a step back further and say what they really messed up at is when they made that fight for the interim championship. I told you that as soon as they announced it, that they're gonna make Aspinall fight your boy for the interim championship. Yeah. Because at that point we didn't know when John Jones was coming back. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that shouldn't have been for any belt, but because they want to throw a belt on every pay-per-view main event, they just had to throw a belt on it. You get what I'm saying? And it ruined everything.
And bro, it's weird because Tom Aspinall won the belt, the interim belt. Then John Jones defended his undisputed belt, and then Aspinall defended his interim belt.
Right.
Curtis Blades. It makes no sense, bro.
Aspinall is a Chrysler 300 next to a Bentley.
Yeah, man, it just makes no sense.
Hey, Trevor, obviously John Jones don't feel that way. If he's saying he needs 6 months to prepare and he want him to fight again because he needs to see more tape on him. So I like the fact that John Jones is respecting, like he's not taking them lightly. That's what kind of makes me want to see the fight because I know that we'll truly get to see who is who. But John Jones is only getting older, and I feel like John Jones, one thing I can say about him, no matter who the opponent is, he always brings his A game. You feel me? And that's one of the things I love about John Jones. He don't never take nobody lightly, and he come in with the killer instinct every single time. Well, I'm not gonna say he don't never take nobody lightly. He's taking people lightly, and the result was he didn't finish them. You get what I'm saying?
Dominic Reyes, Owen St. Preux.
Yeah.
Anthony Smith. All right, bro. So before we go, what will be your knockout of the night prediction wise?
E1 Cutelaba fight.
I'm probably going with Mark Barrio.
All right, now it was one more thing. Yeah, and he was coked up that I wanted to get to. If you got the time, I just wanted to find out why. I mean, I get it. I understand. It's the popular thing to say Amanda Nunes is the female GOAT. I mean, it's the and you get what I'm saying? It's hard to argue. I can't say she's not. All I can say is, in my opinion, Valentina is 1A and Amanda is 1B. But if you was to say it was the other way around, I cannot argue with you.
It's simple.
Because you can't take away from Amanda Nunes. Only reason why I say that is because I feel like both times that they fought, I feel like they're 1-1. And the one that Amanda won, I feel like was a lot closer than the one that Valentina should have won and the judges gave to Amanda. And Amanda Nunes fought at 145 and 135. Shevchenko is a 125er fighting Amanda at 135. You get what I'm saying?
I got you. All right, it's simple. Her trophy case, bro. Miesha Tate, Holly Holm by head kick, Ronda Rousey by finish, Cyborg by finish. You feel me? She destroyed Juliana Pena. Arena don't just the people that she beat.
Juliana Pena tapped her out too, though, so they 1-1. And
Shevchenko got tapped out by Grosso.
huh?
Shevchenko got tapped out by Grosso. So
Yeah, but Shevchenko also submitted Juliana Pena.
yeah, but
Okay,
Juliana Pena isn't on the level of what Rousey was, what Misha Tate was, what Holly Holm
But I'm
was.
just saying, since we talking about resumes and we want to bring her up, she on both of their resumes. She beat Amanda. She never beat. She Amanda couldn't finish her. Shevchenko did, and Shevchenko was from a different weight class that was fighting at the room. Shevchenko also beat Holly Holm too, dominantly. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, it's like comparing apples to apples, dog. It's just
But she didn't finish these girls the way Nunes finished them, bro.
What you mean? She finished the girl Amanda Nunes could not finish.
So did she finish? She didn't finish Ronda Rousey or Misha Tate.
She didn't fight Ronda Rousey. She didn't fight Misha Tate.
I know, but I'm saying the level of champions.
But you know what she did to Jessica I.
Yeah, but Jessica I is never a champion. She wasn't a champion.
She wasn't nobody that ever got knocked out like that either, though.
Yeah, but she was.
The reason why she wasn't the champion is because she fought Shevchenko for the belt.
All I'm saying is, Amanda Nunes has defeated more champions in devastating fashion than Shevchenko has. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, that's your opinion. You feel me? Like I say, I'm not. It is what it is. I think it's just a matter of what you like. You feel me? If you like power and just like one thing I can say about Amanda that always entertained me with her fights is once she figure you out, she have this little sick Joker smile on her face while she punching you in your shit. She be looking at you like smiling at you like she enjoy whooping your ass. Valentina Shevchenko is more like Bushido with it. Like I said, there's no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer. Just my opinion. I like Valentina.
You see, I hate this because I love Shevchenko way more than I do, Nunes. I'm not.
But that's cool. That's just showing that you can be unbiased.
Sometimes, yeah.
But anything else you want to add?
No, man, I'm good. All I got to say is not MMA related, but I hope the Knicks win, and I hope that the Cavaliers win. Hope Steph Curry come back, and Golden State win, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I need to go see what's going on with these Pacers right now, man. I need to check.
They're losing right now.
All right,
and Heat. I want to see y'all in the playoffs next year, and that's all I got. The Heat.
Oh, man, I don't even want to say the word playoffs, though, until 2026. Because the way it's looking right now, man, I don't think the Steelers going to have anything to do with them.
Oh, man, that's tough.
Hey, but I will say this, though. I want to leave on this note right here. I was upset about the George Pickens trade for a hot minute. You feel me? I'm more upset about not having a quarterback. But
bro, I'm not worried about Pickens.
Hear me out. Every time Tomlin, because I found out it was a Tomlin decision. Every time he gets rid of a player, toast. Look at Santonio Holmes. Look at Chase Claypool.
Martavis Bryant.
Look at Deontay Johnson. Look at Antonio Brown. Look at Le'Veon Bell.
Mike Wallace.
Look at Mike Wallace. And now we're gonna look at
Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, I said that. And now we're gonna look at. I feel like if you're a troubled soul and Tomlin can't get you to get right, can't nobody get you to get right. And now we're gonna see the Cowboys implode because I already hear that CeeDee Lamb and look at that. He left the team. I forgot his name just that quick. You see that? CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens already bumping heads.
Oh, did they even meet each other yet?
Yeah, from what I heard this from a Cowboys fan. He said they already bumping heads. Ain't even got a good practice in yet.
God damn, boy.
So, I mean, we're going to see what's going on in Jerry World over there. But that's pretty much it, y'all. Thank everybody for tuning in. Hit the like, subscribe button. Subscribe to this channel. A lot of good stuff going on here. We will see y'all. I'm not listening. I'm talking about a coworker, man. Come on. I know better. I know better. I got a coworker who deep into the Cowboys, and he said that he's been hearing nothing but bad things already. Ain't even been a week yet. But tune in Sunday as we come back and review this and see who picked the most fights right. Hopefully we win some money. Until then, y'all be safe out there. Enjoy y'all weekend. And hug somebody, goddammit, because you never know if it's the last time you're going to see them.
For sure.
Peace.
Peace.
I'm a hug, bro.
All right.
I'm on the way.
Slide.